Hello, people out in YouTube land. I am here to do BJD Addicts prompt number 21, Supernatural Doll Stories. I do actually have a supernatural doll story, unlike I think most of these people. Most of them just kind of talked about the idea of supernatural dolls. Anyway, it happened actually not that long ago. I had just finished putting this head on the new body, like only a couple of days before. And let's see, it was like midnight or something. Really, really late. It was quite dark. And I heard this popping at the foot of my bed, like where my feet go. And it was like that noise that settling wood makes, that kind of, pop, pop, pop. But there wasn't any wood there. Like, it was cloth and mattress. It was too high up to be the floor, too low down to be the ceiling, and too far in to be any of the walls. So it's like, what is that noise? Being late and all, I was kind of freaking out. But, I waited for it to abate for a while, but it didn't for like over 10 minutes. Just this pop, pop, popping. Where there was absolutely nothing that should have been popping. So I'm like huddled at the top of my bed, like where the headboard is. And it just keeps on making that noise. So I creep out of my bed and run and turn on the lights. And the popping keeps happening. So, finally, I pick up the toughest and most lethal doll I own, which is this guy with, his hook and blade for hands. And I sit him right beside my pillow. And the popping finally stopped. Now, it was around 1 o'clock by that point. So yeah, this went on for, I guess, about an hour. And so it was only until then that I finally managed to settle down and go to sleep. And I actually ended up having to hug her all night because I was so freaked out. I know, a little bit childish, but oh well. So, this doll now lives beside my pillow. And so far, the popcorn ghost has not returned, knock on wood. And I talked a little bit about, the idea of supernatural dolls in one of my other video prompts, but I thought maybe I'd go ahead and revisit the idea. But a lot of the people just kind of, other people that talked about it, just kind of took it as a bit of a joke, or, something that's cool to think about in horror stories, but doesn't really happen in real life. And in a culture like ours, I can see why they think that, and to a degree, maybe I kind of agree. But there are a lot of cultures in the world that do believe in it. Like I said in my other video, voodooism is an example, where, they're using dolls to essentially transmit a curse to a person. Or in the Indian, Native American cultures, where they believe that giving a doll a face will attract a spirit to the doll, and the spirit will come to inhabit the doll. And, of course, there's liminality, the fact that the dolls seem to be alive because they look human and have faces, but they aren't. They never were to begin with. So it's like in between living and non-living, and that also creeps people out quite a lot. That's why things like folk healers also freaked people out in the old days. because, you know, they have this power to change how people's bodies work. And, you know, even though it was basically just a precursor to medicine, a lot of people didn't understand how they could do that. So again, it was liminal. It's like they were half divine or half cursed, and so a lot of them got burned as witches. And as for ghosts actually existing, well, obviously I'm open to the idea, since I don't know how else that popping could have been going on. Like I said, it was like in the middle of the room. It wasn't anywhere near the ceiling of the walls or the floor. And could a ghost possibly get attached to a doll? Well, possibly. But I think it would be more along the lines of it was something that they owned and they were attached to begin with. So new dolls, maybe not quite so much. I think that's really all my thoughts on the subject at the moment. Thanks for watching. Bye.